Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiff from Journal with Tiff, and I've been gone for a while, and I just want to hop on for just a second and do a quick check-in with you guys, let you know where I've been, what's been going on. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been quite a minute. I believe the last video that I posted was in December. Why was that the last video I posted? Well, I could say that I've been super busy with work and life just tends to get in the way, and that is absolutely true. Work has just been crazy. But there's two other distinct reasons. Number one, I kind of just got burned out, not necessarily with posting and content, but literally with my pen collection and the hobby in general. So I literally sat my pen and inks down and didn't touch them for a couple of months. Um, and so, because hello, my channel is called Journal with Tiff. The primary thing I did with my pens was to journal. So, not only did I kind of take a break from my pen and ink hobby, but I also took a break from journaling. And I mean, I didn't plan because I'm not a big planner. I tried that. It didn't work for me, but just journaling in general. I started all of that during COVID and I really got addicted to it, which led to other things, namely my pens and inks and how I just thoroughly enjoyed the hobby. But for some reason, it just kind of fell by the wayside for me for a while. I just did not have the desire to journal. Hence, I did not have the desire to pick up my pens. To be honest, I kind of jumped back into my reading phase. I was an avid reader. And then I got into my career. And if it wasn't career related, I pretty much didn't read. Well, I'm back at it now. I mean, like IKEA bookshelves and all, just going crazy. And one of the genres that I love is fantasy. And when I say fantasy can take up a while, like, okay, this is one of my books in a series. That's a lot, you know? So when you're reading three of those at one time, I literally got to the point and it wasn't a chore. I literally only wanted to just sit in a corner somewhere and read. But I'd say within the last 2 months, I have been back at it. I have been back to enjoying my pen and ink hobby. Yes, I was still buying a couple of pens here and there. I was still into my inks and trying out different combinations and literally not even journaling, just like sitting down and writing my name 50 times and doing Zentangles and just anything to enjoy my pen. So I've kind of gradually made my way back. Um, so yeah. So what have I been up to lately? So let's talk about journaling first. So initially let me see, I had a health journal, health/fitness journal. I had a pen journal. I had an ink journal. I had a gratitude journal, a reading journal, just a daily journal. Then work, you name it. I had a journal for everything. I still have my ink journal, like for my currently inks, but because I'm kind of just now getting into it, I did not do it for this month. I did not document for this month yet. My goal is to do that at the end of the month so that I can document the pen and ink combinations. Um, I don't always go back to it. I do sometimes, but sometimes it's just good to be able to go back if you want to, like say, did I use this ink with this pen before? Was it really dry? Did it work for me? Was it smooth? Was the pen comfortable? So that's the reason why I do currently inked. But right now, I've literally been focusing on two journals. One This is a Chic Sparrow journal and I love it. I did not even decorate the outside cover. I have no decor in there. It has just been straight what you've been doing each day that I will decorate. And I was going like a whole week. I would journal for like a week and then I would stop. And then another whole week would go by and I wouldn't do anything. And I felt like I kept feeling pulled that I gotta go fill in those days. But what I ended up doing was literally going in each day and just literally a couple of sentences saying, I didn't feel like journaling today. Because I do go back and read my old journals, and that's literally it. I don't need the fluff. All I need to know is that when I look back on those days, I wasn't feeling it. And I just need to be real with myself. So, yeah. So, just my day to day journal and my reading journal. And this is Galen Leather, my reading journal. And I'm actually very behind in this one as well. And pretty much, I think I've shown this before. It's all of my books. I kind of print out the cover and give my rating. But I got a little behind on these as well because I've actually written for some, but I haven't printed them off. Or it's kind of went into another whole year. I got to where like this is, I believe this Quicksilver, this book was back in February, I think. And each page has a different book on it, and I've written nothing. I did write the books down so that I could go back to it, and I've done a little decor of ink splashes, and I'll add some stickers and washi to it, but that's pretty much all I've been doing. And now my goal that I'm feeling journaling again is to go back and catch this one up. That one I definitely want to catch up because I really enjoy journaling about the books that I am reading. But now, what am I writing with? What is my currently inked? So I am going to go over what I have currently inked. But like I said, I haven't done an official documentation in my um, ink journal. What I normally do, let me see, what was the last one? See, I didn't even finish it. This one, what month was this? That was December. This was January. I started January and didn't finish it. It's like I kind of just stopped. So I do remember what I had, I think, because I keep them written down elsewhere, so that I can fill in my thoughts from it and then just go back and do this month. So that's my plan. And I need to start one for this year, to be honest. That's like January. That was last year. It went from December to January. But let's go ahead and look at what I have inked right now. Okay, I zoomed in a little so that we can see these better, but definitely a brown month, which, mostly everything I have is brown or has some shade or form of brown in it. So this is going to be like really quick of what I have inked. Again, I haven't documented it in my journal, but I did write them down. So we will look at each one just really quickly. My first pen is the Leonardo Momento Zero, and this is the Desert Eclipse. I have this at an extra fine. I adore the way this pen looks. I have it inked with Ferris Wheel Press Steeped Umber, and I must say that whenever I do at the end of the month catch up and document, I am obsessed with the look of this pen. I'm not obsessed with how it writes. So this is the writing sample for this particular pen. Steeped Umber is one of my favorites. Get a little bit closer. It's such a rich reddish brown. I adore it. But initially I had uh, Initially, I had Colorverse Sunbeam in here, and I thought that would really pull out the lighter colors. And I was like, that's just gonna go, because Sunbeam is not a yellow yellow. It's kind of a deep gold. and I really liked it, but it started to dry out. And I'm thinking, okay, it's a lighter kind of brownish color. So that must be the problem. Well, it kept drying out. I cleaned it and filled it with steeped umber ink that I never have a problem with, and I'm having the same issue. I don't know what's going on. I literally, before I wrote that sample, I had to kind of just prime it, like gently push on the nib to prime it a little bit. So yeah, this one, I don't know how this is gonna look at the end of the month, but that's my first one. Next is my Pelikan M800 in Renaissance Brown. This has a fine cursive italic nib. Pelicans have just too thick of a nib. Even their extra fine is in no way near what I would call an extra fine. But I was in search for this pen for so long. And so when they finally came out with it again, I was just so uber excited. And here's the writing sample. I have this inked with Ferris Wheel Press Goose Poupon. And I am digging the fine cursive italic with that thick downstroke and the thin horizontal line. And this is just one of my favorite pens. I love it. And so far, so good. Next is my other Pelikan M800. This is in the brown black. I feel like this is one of my classier pens. And I can't wait to get the black, I can't remember, it's Streisman. And there was one of my holy grails, but right now the brown and gold just does it for me. And this is actually in a needlepoint, and it's actually a little scratchy. Oops, there we go. This is the Pelikan M800 in brown black with the needlepoint, and I have it inked with Pilot Roshizuku Inaho. And it's just the slightest bit scratchy. Every now and then it will snag on the paper. And so I'm thinking I may need to get just that nib. I don't want it to go back to an extra fine. I want a needlepoint. I just don't need it snagging my paper. But that can easily be fixed. So that's number 3, the Pelikan M800 in brown black. Next is my Pilot Capless in whiskey. I have this I have an extra fine and a fine nib. I purchased it with an extra fine. It was really fine, surprisingly, even for me. And so I purchased the fine gold nib. And this is just one of my favorite pens. It's so comfortable. I've had a few people ask, does this clip not get in the way? And it doesn't, because your fingers, at least my fingers, just fall right on the sides of it perfectly. And I have this inked. I have this inked with Robert Oster African Gold. Now, I will admit that this particular ink, if I don't use it a lot, it will dry out in any pen I put it in. And I think it's that light brown goldish color. It just tends to do that. But another one of my pens that I just adore, this ombre is just so classy. I love it. Next, I have the TWSBI Eco and Espresso. This has an extra fine nib. When this came out, I was waiting for this pen to come out because they had the cream, they had the cafe, and I'm like, we need a deeper brown, and boom, here you go. I have this in an extra fine. Adore this pen. But you know what? You cannot get better than an Eco. I'm just saying they're economical, hence Eco. They have such a great filling capacity, and I love it. And this is inked with J. Arbonne Terre de Ombre. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but this writes magnificently, and I love the color combination. Oh, let me show you. A rich dark brown, medium to dark brown, and I'm just obsessed with it. Every time I can pick up this pen, I do. So yeah, my TWSBI Eco in Espresso. If you don't have this pen, please go pick it up. The trim, the color, If you're a brown pen person, come on, you got to have it. Next is my TWSBI Eco Cafe. This is in a fine nib. I wish I'd gotten extra fine because the extra fine is just so smooth with, if you like a thinner line, and it's just chef's kiss. I absolutely love it. And I have this inked with Ferris Wheel Press Workshop Wishes without the shimmer, and I'll show you that. Another medium to light brown. So this whole brown family of TWSBI, I am so here for it. I eat them up, love them to death. Love it. And lastly is my TWSBI Eco Cream. This has a fine nib as well, and it is inked with Andirrhinium Tulip Moth Warm. And gosh, this whole family, let's bring the whole family out, okay? Let's bring the whole family out. How can you not? How can you not be obsessed with that? And here is the ink sample at the bottom. Beautiful. So yeah, these three are just, I'm just so utterly obsessed. The color, this is my color palette. This is me. This is what I live for. So these three will always, always, always be favorites of mine. And I do have an honorable mention. This was not in my normal currently inked, but when I say I am obsessed with this pen, I already have one. But when I got this one with this particular nib, it just did it for me. I was so excited. And that is the Waterman Corinne. This is in the sea green shimmer, and I have an extra fine nib. I had a hard time. I couldn't find the extra fine nib easily. I got this one from Apple Boom, and I love this pen. Oh gosh, it writes so well. I come in a little bit closer, and this writing sample, oh my goodness. This, when I want an extra fine, this is the smoothness, this is the comfort level, this is the pen I want. And what is this inked with? I have this inked with Colorverse Valles Marineris, another one of my favorite greens. Waterman Corinne. I have been on the search, on the hunt for this pen for so long. And a follower helped me find it. And oh my gosh, she sent me a notification every time one was posted on eBay, and I kept missing it, kept missing it. And I finally made an offer for this one. It came in a medium nib, which I'm not going to use, but I was able to purchase the extra fine. And when I say I reach for this pen, just like, let's just sit here and just write your name and your address 25 million times, just so that I can hold it, just so that I can use it. I will admit the green is not as vibrant as I thought it would be, but it is still oh so lovely. But I think what gets me is this nib. I am obsessed. So this is my current obsession. And that's pretty much it. I think we're all caught up, and I hope to talk to you guys soon. Also, I really want to say thank you, especially if I should have said this at the beginning in case someone didn't make it to the end. But thank you, thank you, thank you. There were some that did reach out to see how I was doing. That helps so much when you're making content and you're like, is anybody really watching, really paying attention? Does anyone really care, right? And that's whether you have a few followers or a lot of followers, right? So the people that did reach out to see how I was, to make sure everything was okay, I greatly appreciate that, and it made me feel so good, and it made me just appreciative for this community. I have made so many great pen friends that this is, gosh, I don't even know how to explain it, but this is such a great and loving community, and I'm obsessed with you guys. So again, hope to talk to you soon, and be blessed. Bye.